All right, bud, you've come a long way. Ladies and gentlemen, we just want to welcome you to this edition of How to Play Golf. We're here with Landon. He's one of our junior academy players, for lack of a better term. He's made it to Team Albatross, which is our travel team here at Summerfield Crossings Golf Club. And tonight we're going to interview him and talk a little bit about what you need to be doing with your junior to guarantee success right after this. That's fine. One of the things we talk about here is preparation. So you notice Landon's down here hitting balls without any alignment rod. So Landon, I would be a little bit upset with you if I was watching you and you weren't aligned, because just getting you set up, you can notice how your divot patterns are aimed quite a bit right. So the first thing a junior player's got to do is we got to make sure we're lined up right. And the best way to do that is just use the feet line. Pick me out a target there, Landon. What do you want to go at? That blue flag?
I'm going to go to that blue flag right there.
Blue flag, okay. So we're going to line that flag stuck up, and that alignment aid just to the left of that, so that we can make sure he's parallel to the ground. So if we follow the divot pattern, and he's doing a great job making long, thin divots down his target line that we can fill up with sand, and it'll grow back really quickly. So if you pay attention to the channel, the Care for the Course video series, Landon's a good student of all around doing better for the golf course. So go ahead and get jumped in there real quick. Good. Now, one of the things that Landon struggles with, gang, is alignment. So Landon, that's terrific, good. I want to make sure you're always hitting with at least one alignment rod down. In a perfect world, there's another alignment rod right here at his target, and then when we get a little bit more advanced, there's going to be another alignment rod on the backswing line to really confirm success. But right now, tonight, we're just focusing on at least alignment. And the reason we do this is because every tour player does this often and gets really prepared for how their eyes see the shot. What club you got there?
I got an 8-iron.
Okay, good. And so next thing you'll see with Landon is he's really focusing on setup. So his hip line position is lining up with the shaft line. Most tour players are going to be somewhere in a 2-degree variance of that with every club. So he can now turn his torso, come through the shot, and hit and go right through it. Fantastic, good. His movement patterns are good. He came up out of that shot a little bit, hitting the ball low but directly on the target line, and that's what the olive tree method is teaching. In just a second, we're going to have Landon hit another shot for you. He's going to tell you a little bit about his game, where he comes from, and where he wants to go right after this. Hey, thanks for watching today's episode. Here at My Pro Golfer, you know we like to keep things simple. And today, I've got a special gift for you to help you never miss a 5-foot putt again. Click the link below and download today. So obviously Landon's doing a lot of great things, and we want to talk a little bit about your game and where you see yourself going. And I have a memory of you where I was teaching golf lessons here, and you would just sort of like interrupt because you just wanted to know so much about the game. Right. And now we've got sort of a process that we go through to help kind of prep you for golf on course. Tell me a little bit about how you got started in golf, why you got started in golf, and why you got to be able to break 80 so fast within a year of working with me.
So my father always played golf when I was a child, and when one day I just asked him if I could play golf someday, like, you know, out on the course. Okay. And he took me out of Cypress Creek, out in Sun City. That's just down the street here, right? Yeah, right. About 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. And you know, I went out there, went up to the first tee box, and I topped it. And it really excited me every time I hit a good shot. So, you know, I just stuck with it, and every time I came out here and tried hitting the ball, I saw Jeremy. You know, he was great. He was, you know, teaching. So I decided to walk up to him one day and ask him how, you know, and what to do and how to fix my golf swing. And then one day I just, you know, decided to get some lessons. I got on his junior golf team. Yeah, that's been great. And, you know, I followed every step that he took, you know, every step of the way with him. And he led me to some great scores. So every time I went out there, you know, every score got better and better. I started from the hundreds, and then I came down to the 90s. It was my goal last year, maybe at the start of the year, to break that 90. and I got it done in about a month.
Yeah,
and,
that was awesome.
I was starting to shoot in the mid-80s, and just recently I've been starting to shoot in the high 70s.
Yeah, it was so fun. Just the other day, he drives by, and I said, "What's the number?" And he said 78. And as a teacher, you're cheering your player on. You're really excited. And so, the reason why Landon has gotten so good so fast is that he's dedicated, but he's also understood the processes of going through setup, turn, impact, and finish, what we've coined the olive tree method. And then he's gotten into our competition league where we compete monthly, twice a month. He was so good that just practicing on the range, and a coach from another team, a private school, saw him and said, "Hey, do you want to play with us? We can get you on." And that's one of the advantages of being an athlete in Florida. You get a lot of opportunities to play other sports around. And so, Landon, congratulations, man.
Thanks, man.
Very few people ever break 80 in their life. I mean, it's like 60% of all golfers have never done it.
Right.
So I encourage you out there with following the process. We're going to let Landon hit one more shot here in just a minute and allow you all to kind of see the positions that we've taken him through, and then DM us below and we'll get you on that same program if you want to be as good as Landon in less than a year.
Hey, just want to remind you to not forget on getting your free gift below on how to never miss a 5-foot putt.
So Landon's learned the olive tree method, which is set up athletically, turn fully behind the ball, brush the turf for 12 inches. We can see the divot pattern. He definitely gets into the grass, and then finishes fully on his lead leg. So go ahead and just take through that. We're now working on nitpicky things, which are just to help him understand the ball rotation in the air. Step 5 and 6 are path and or grip. And so for him, we're really working on just some subtleties of how to hit the ball and shape it. But we've done all this in less than a year. So we're building on the cornerstones that we put together. We're going to show you those right now. So go ahead and get set up athletically. Yep, and that means that, guys, that this belt buckle, as we showed you before, kind of goes down to the target. Now turn fully behind the golf ball, Landon. Show everybody what that looks like. Good, so that's beautiful. So his chest is on top of his core. He rotates within himself, kind of like a churn. Most people slide and slide because of the weight of the club. He turns. We're working on that a little bit tonight. Reset yourself, come on back. And then he can go ahead and hit one. And as long as he doesn't fat or thin it too much, he's in the bucket that we want him to hit into. So no pressure here, Landon. Just have fun, make a swing. That's just a little heavy version of what we want, but you could see the divot here. He entered here and he exited there. And what we were working on tonight was to get him a little bit more on top of the golf ball. So it's not a surprise that that just a hair heavy, even though the shot went very well and probably just a little short than optimal, but the movement patterns are key. So if you keep working on this, keep working on those little tiny pieces every day, mirror work, getting more and more confident with it, you will grow over a year. If you don't live in Florida and you can't come here, click the link below. I've got a subscription where you can send me a video, just like I'm gonna send Landon his videos tonight. I'll critique them, send them back to you with edits and what to do within 48 hours. And throughout the year, if you follow that process, everybody that's done that for me has shot their career rounds just by working a little bit every day, just like we're working through a school program with a syllabus and plans of things to do. I hope this was helpful. If you like it, like it. If you like it, subscribe. We'll see you next Thursday at 6 a.m.